Scout Finch lives with her brother, Jem, and their widowed father, Atticus, inside the sleepy Alabama city of Macomb. Macomb is struggling via the Great Depression, however Atticus is a prominent lawyer, and the Finch-owned family is fairly properly off in evaluation to the relaxation of society. One summer season, Jem and Scout befriend a boy named Dill, who has come to stay at their neighborhood for the summer season, and the trio acts out tales collectively. Subsequently, Dill becomes keen on the spooky residence on their road, referred to as the Radley region. The house is owned by using Mr. Nathan Radley, whose brother, Arthur, nicknamed Boo, has lived there for years without venturing out of doors. Scout goes to school for the primary time that fall and detests it. She and Jem find presents apparently left for them in a knothole of a tree on the Radley assets. Dill returns the following summer season, and he, Scout, and Jem begin to act out the story of Boo Radley. Atticus places a forestall to their antics, urging the youngsters to try and see life from any other character's angle before making judgments. However, on Dill's ultimate night time in Macomb for the summertime, the three sneak onto the Radley assets, in which Nathan Radley shoots at them. Jem loses his pants inside the ensuing escape. When he returns for them, he reveals them mended and hung over the fence. The next wintry weather, Jem and Scout locate extra gifts in the tree, presumably left by means of the mysterious Boo. Nathan Radley subsequently plugs the knothole with cement. Quickly thereafter, a fireplace breaks out in another neighbor's residence, and throughout the fire someone slips a blanket on Scout's shoulders as she watches the blaze. Convinced that Boo did it, Jem tells Atticus approximately the mended pants and the affords. To the consternation of Macomb's racist white network, Atticus is of the same opinion, to shield a black guy named Tom Robinson, who has been accused of raping a white woman. Due to Atticus's decision, Jem and Scout are subjected to abuse from other kids, even when they have a good time Christmas on the own family compound on Finch's Landing. Calpurnia, the Finch's black cook dinner, takes them to the neighborhood black church, where the nice and cozy and near-knit network largely embraces the youngsters. Atticus's sister, Alexandra, comes to live with the Finches the subsequent summer season. Dill, who is supposed to stay along with his new father in another town, runs away and is derived to Macomb. Tom Robinson's trial begins, and whilst the accused guy is positioned in the nearby prison, a mob gathers to lynch him. Atticus faces the mob down the night before the trial. Jem and Scout, who have sneaked out of the house, soon be a part of him. Scout recognizes one of the men, and her polite questioning approximately his son shames him into dispersing the mob. On the trial itself, the youngsters take a seat inside the colored balcony with the city's black residents. Atticus gives clean evidence that the accusers, Mayella Ewell and her father, Bob, are lying. In reality, Mayella propositioned Tom Robinson, was caught by means of her father, after which accused Tom of rape to cowle her shame and guilt. Atticus provides marvelous evidence that the marks on Mayella's face are from wounds that her father inflicted. Upon coming across her with Tom, he referred to as her a whore and beat her. Yet, notwithstanding the large evidence pointing to Tom's innocence, the all-white jury convicts him. The harmless Tom later attempts to break out from prison and is shot to loss of life. Inside the aftermath of the trial, Jem's religion and justice is wrongly shaken, and he lapses into despondency and doubt. Despite the verdict, Bob Ewell feels that Atticus and the Decide have made an idiot out of him, and he vows revenge. He menaces Tom Robinson's widow, attempts to interrupt into the Decide's house, and ultimately assaults Jem and Scout as they stroll home from a Halloween celebration. Boo Radley intervenes, however, saving the kids and stabbing Ewell fatally at some stage in the conflict. Boo carries the wounded Jem again to Atticus's house, in which the sheriff, in an effort to guard Boo, insists that Ewell tripped over a tree root and fell on his own knife. After sitting with Scout for some time, Boo disappears over again into the Radley house. Later, Scout feels as, even though she will sooner or later consider what existence is like for Boo, he has emerged as a human being to her at final. With this attention, Scout embraces her father's recommendation to exercise sympathy and expertise and demonstrates that her studies with hatred and prejudice will not sully her faith in human goodness.